Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. You got it too, Kurt. You're awesome.
Yeah, I felt
Killing it.
felt the flow.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us here right now. We are at Dice Tower Con 2018, bringing you all the awesome board game coverage all weekend long. But first off, in case you don't know, who are we? I'm Matt,
I'm Julie.
and we are joined here today with the man with the best name in the biz, Kurt Covert, Smirk and Dagger Games. How you
Hey
doing
there.
today, Kurt?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Kurt, how's the con treating you?
Oh, it's been a great con. We have been actually. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it might be. I heard it was like a very much just a players con, and sales might not. We've been doing great sales.
Fantastic.
And probably in due a lot to the fact that we've only had our game Not So Fast out
Right.
for like 3 weeks or so, but this game is killing it on the floor. It's
So
fast.
cute.
yeah, it's adorable. It is like one of those smash your knuckles together, fast grabbing reaction party games.
That's why I heard people yelling.
Yep.
Oh my god,
Okay.
yeah, it's insane, and it's you can't play and not laugh your heads off. And
Which is what's happening. Actually, every time we go by, I see there's
Yeah.
there are people gathering,
no doubt that is true.
coming together for camaraderie and fellowship, and
Yeah.
to also snatch.
Not so fast.
Easy.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Playing a game.
But I mean, we've moved half of all the games we brought on this already, and it's not even Friday yet. So
That's impressive.
yeah, so I've been very
so
happy.
what you're saying is that when people walk by, the energy just draws them in, so they can't move past it. They go not so fast. And they can,
That's
I-
what they
I
do.
had to. I'm sorry, I had to.
Are you? You're not. Sorry.
Not even a little bit
All
sorry.
right.
So, Kurt, what other games have you brought to show off today?
Well, so the thing I really wanted to focus on was what we have coming in August, and that is the Tower of Madness.
Is that the Cthulhu in the room in front of Julie
It
right there?
is, yes.
This is amazing.
So, the Tower of Madness it was a project I started about 4 years ago, and for a very long time, it was like the game that would never be made.
I remember us doing a little preview of this from Origins 2017, I want to
Yeah.
say, and so it predates that obviously.
That was like 3 years in, so
It's cool to see the progression
So
of
it
the game.
actually
Yeah.
is very fitting to Lovecraftian kind of theme then.
yeah.
The ongoing, never ending, every time you think it's going to
Inch by inch,
right,
yeah.
moves further away. But in fact, more than just this amazing almost piece of art, there's actually a game
There is
that
indeed,
goes
yeah.
with it.
So what's interesting about Tower of Madness is, you see the tower itself, right? And you're like, oh, well, clearly this is, I'm saying Cthulhu Kerplunk. Is that what this game is? And, yeah, that was, honestly, it was the inspiration. But just like the RPG Dread uses the Jenga tower to add dramatic tension to that game,
Yeah.
same principle here. I was so inspired by that design, I said, well, what other kind of cool things would add real tension to a different kind of game? So we had this dice game, and it adds like such a great degree of like anticipation and what's going to be falling out. I mean, it's a blackout tower. You can't see what's in it, but what's in it? There are 40 marbles inside.
Oh.
But this is, well, actually, there will be. Because the first thing you end up doing is you end up pouring the marbles into the top of the tower.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
And then to make sure that they are percolated all the way through these 30 tentacles that are all around it, you just kind of gently,
Gently.
yeah, well, gently-ish.
Gently.
Kurt's got a different definition. of gently.
Because they're really percolated through when one of these bad boys drops out of the bottom. We're going to say it's good enough. All right. All right. So, in any case, this is a dice game at its core, and you are trying to investigate these horrific locations. So you always start at the clock tower itself,
Let me show that off in
Oh,
a little
please,
bit more
yeah.
detail here, and hopefully it doesn't green screen too bad on us.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. It's
kinda
Ooh, it's
spooky.
ghosty. I
Yeah,
like.
ooh.
Okay, so up the top, that's the victory points associated with it. So 6 victory points if you are the best investigator of that location. This particular location, the very starting one, doesn't have any additional rules, but every one after this does change the dice rolling quite a bit. So let's just put this over here, and we'll talk about the core rules of this game. So, like I said, it's a dice game, and you're rolling dice. And the object really is.
I like your dice choice color, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's nice and
Lovely.
purple. Yeah. So over the course of your turn, you want to get a gate, a heart, and a mind. Which is kind of the 1,
Gate,
2, and 3.
Heart and mind.
That's right.
there.
And every turn, you're locking one of those dice. You have to use at least one of your dice. So here I'll use a 2 to lock that in. And I also have a mind, so I'll lock that in. So I'll re-roll the rest, trying to get the gate, because in order to succeed the investigation, I need all 3 of these. All right, I did get a gate. So I have now successfully completed my investigation. Now I want these last 2 dice to be as high as possible. Oh, that didn't do so well. I got
1
it.
and 2.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. That's about my luck, actually.
1 and
Super.
1. Okay.
Okay, so I now have taken over as lead investigator at the clock tower with a successful investigation and a discovery of 3.
Not a very
now
good discovery.
Well, no, but I found something, and that's important. I get a prize for that.
That's the
so-
doorknob, Kurt.
Yes, all right. So now the next player goes. They also have to investigate this location. They're going to roll the same dice, try to get this success, and now they just have to get a 3 or higher in order to take over as lead investigator. So that's a cakewalk for someone to come in and do that. But here's the fun part. If you fail your investigation, I did not get the dice that I needed. At that point, I have to draw from the tower.
Ooh.
Now, when I draw from the tower, I choose one of the tentacles, and oh
Oh.
God.
Self moved there.
I don't know if you guys, if you can hear it, but
Yeah.
you could hear like the
Yeah, it was
clunking
palpable out
of
here.
of the marbles. It was
So we know that a whole bunch of stuff just shifted, but nothing fell out. But marbles that fall out impact your character immediately. Now, each of us has
I'm
a...
assuming in a
and
bad
in
way.
fact you're
No,
losing,
well, not
I'm sorry,
necessarily.
Oh, really?
You're losing your marbles.
Correct. You're investigating unspeakable horror without losing your marbles.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here's
I
your
was there.
$5.
It was
Here you
there.
go.
Yeah, perfect. Putting that away.
So each of us has a character. It has a unique special ability, but all of us also have this tray where we're going to be capturing all these marbles that fall out of the tower. So, to your point, though, not all the marbles that come out of this tower are bad. There's a reason why we're investigating these locations.
Okay.
You also don't want to avoid drawing tentacles
Really?
necessarily because of things like this. So, blue marbles are discovery.
Okay.
Here, we can put that. Boop. So blue marbles are discovery, and they are worth 3 points. Just like our clock tower, if you were the lead investigator here, you'd get 6 points. So that's victory. You start with 2 spell cards. So here's a spell card.
So kind of dual-sided there. We got
Yes, so there's both a sane and an insane side based on your current.
sanity.
Just
level.
like
Yeah.
on either side of who you're sitting
So
on.
true. But if you want any more spell cards other than the 2 ones that you started with, you have to have Forbidden Knowledge drop out of the tower in the form of white marbles.
Oh, okay. So there's some good marbles there.
Yep.
then.
So
Discovery, Forbidden
those.
Knowledge, which
Wow,
is a
that's
ghost.
invisible.
That is a white marble.
Okay. Oh, I like that. All right. So in any case, those are the things you actually want to fall out of the tower. However, it all comes at a risk because red marbles are madness.
Whoa. There we go.
Now, if you collect 4 madness marbles, you go insane. And that simply means you switch sides
Sides.
completely.
So
You don't.
the inside side of the card.
Yeah, well, and your whole mission in the game changes.
Oh.
So you don't care about dice anymore. You don't care about points. You're insane. What you want to do is you want to have Cthulhu rise. So on your turn, you are now going to be drawing tentacles and playing horrible spells, just trying to get to Cthulhu to rise. And Cthulhu will, in fact, rise if the third green Doom Marble, I'm not even going to put it out there,
Yeah,
it's
gonna
going
be
to complete ghost. Yep. Okay. In any case,
It's green, I promise.
if the third green Doom Marble drops before the investigators finish this stack of investigations, they lose, the world ends.
How many green Doom marbles are in there?
Three Doom marbles.
Okay.
So, Doom. Now, if you are the insane player that actually causes that third Doom to drop, well, at that point, you can win the game having summoned Cthulhu.
And I'm
what you were
assuming
trying to
being
do.
the first
Exactly.
one to be eaten.
Well, you're
The greatest honor.
yeah, exactly right.
All right.
And
Sweet.
We know what Julie wants to do.
right? And otherwise, if that fails to happen and you get through the entire stack, whoever has the most victory points as an investigator wins the game, having absorbed the most forbidden knowledge.
And come out on the other side. with
Yes,
a-
indeed. Well, somewhat.
Somewhat.
I mean, they'll probably have.
Somewhat
They'll probably be a little
sanity
insane.
intact.
Yeah,
Just a little.
yeah. But yeah, that's the kind of the thrust of
Can
the
I just-
game.
I really want to.
no.
Sure. Well, do you want to try a round?
do.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Let's try a round.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this tower up a little bit
That's
so
probably
you
the
can
best,
kind of
yeah.
get to the dice and all.
Okay.
You don't accidentally knock it over.
All right.
Summon Cthulhu prematurely.
All right, so remember, what you want is a 1, 2, and a 3, basically, to start here, which you have none.
I have none.
wow.
You have 0. So what you want then is the very highest die for your discovery.
So you can place multiple die on your board at a time.
You
but
can.
Whatever you don't place, you have to reroll. You have
That's
to place
right.
at least
You,
one.
At least one has to be used,
Okay.
yeah. There you go. You got a gate. Okay.
There's your one.
All right, keep going.
Big bucks, no whammies.
Whoops. What do you got?
4, 5, 1.
Well, take what?
I'm
no,
doing-
yeah,
oh,
you
you
have
have
to
to
take
place
one.
one.
So take probably the 5. You've got a discovery of 11. You found something horrible.
I'm so excited.
However,
Did you successfully find it?
yeah, well,
Did you actually get there?
oh,
Oh,
2 and 3, right there.
Done.
Okay. So you have just become lead investigator at the clock tower with a discovery of 11. So this yellow marble now signifies your discovery to everyone.
So, Kurt, I have a question for
Yeah.
you. What if two people tie on their discovery scores?
Ties are okay. You simply become lead investigator on a tie. So even if they got maxed out at 12,
You can still get it to pass.
you still can, yeah.
Okay.
And there's spell cards too. So I didn't give you any of your spell cards, but these can also mitigate spell, dice rolls and all sorts of
Currently,
things.
we
so.
are sane.
You are sane, yes.
And when would you get to
Relatively
play these?
It tells you right on the top of the
Look at
card.
that, it says
So
on the card.
yeah. So for example, this one says, oops.
Oh, you are sane. So
I am
this
sane.
one
So yeah,
is-
at the start of your turn, remove a madness marble from your tracker.
There you go.
So it tells you exactly when you can do it. All right. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump ahead to the next location though, and just show you So here's an example of a location where there is actually
A
an
modifier
effect.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Innsmouth Church.
Yep.
And this is 4 and 4. Fail your
Yeah.
investigation.
If you roll double 4s or better on a single throw, you fail automatically. So here, go ahead and roll that.
But doubles, it has to be doubles. So if
Dou-
I roll 2 4s, 2 5s, or 2 6s.
No. Double 4s or a triple 4 or a quadruple 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want 4s.
You don't want 4s.
Okay.
Well,
You
Singles
found
are
something
good.
That was a little too informative.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, I got aggressive.
Oh, okay. Oh, and there it is, double 4s.
Oh no.
Yeah. So you failed. So right to the tower.
Oh, this is exciting.
To the
Okay.
tower.
All right. Now,
Rapunzel.
hold on a second. We're going to move this so we can see if anything drops out.
I'm so excited.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Can we just here?
There,
both of
yeah,
us?
we'll
We're
suspend
gonna,
it.
We're gonna
Oh, man.
teamwork it.
Oh,
Teamwork
God.
makes the dream work. Oh,
Okay,
oh,
we're good.
Oh,
We're
this one right in the clock face here.
oh God.
Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't too bad.
Oh.
All right.
That wasn't too bad.
Gentle.
Yeah,
Gentle.
yeah.
Gently.
This would be impossible when the game really gets rolling because
Right. But
you-
right.
jostling the
Because then
tower
some of
is
the marbles
yeah. Now the other thing is, so I'll go ahead and take a shot at this one too.
1-4.
1-4, but importantly I got the heart and the mind, so that'll go on my card there.
Less of a
And
chance to roll 2 4s.
that's correct. Now if I roll 2 5s, each character has this little thing, unnatural influence, with the double 5s.
Okay. So,
And-
for example, this character here is double 5s. When Hildy's discovery dice are equal in value, she may place a spell marble into her discovery marble track as 3 points.
Right. So that allows her to get a double usage out of these spell marbles. But the double 5s are actually signifying what would happen if I roll double 5s right now. I could choose one of these special effects, these unnatural influences. So the opportunity to re-roll the last bad roll I did, or if someone beat my discovery total,
Yep.
I had one more shot at the end of the round to try to beat the leader again. Or I could try to cancel someone's spell card or someone's draw from the tower. But in this case, I just got a 4, so I'm going to have to put that out there and keep rolling. That's still not helping. I need a gate and did not get it.
Got a 1 in 6 chance.
Oh, wait,
here.
do I have? No, I don't have any cards that's going to help me. Okay. Oh, there it is. Now, because you had an 11, I have a 9, you actually have won this investigation. So we went through, and you would now get the location that we were researching, and you get the 9 victory points associated with that. And largely, that's kind of how the game works. But a lot of the fun is the anticipation of what's going to fall.
And so let's
Yeah,
pretend I
yeah,
didn't,
pull out a
because
couple
I
of these.
really-
Just 1 second here, Julie. I'm going to move the board cam over because I want to see this marble action here.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this. Okay. So
I don't know. I think glow's not going to happen. Let's see.
no, that one was fine.
Yeah. All
we're
right.
good.
So I'm going to take this one. Oh, that was clean.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's my turn to
Yeah,
screw
yeah.
everything up. I'm good at that.
It's going to be mid. Yeah. No, I heard something move though.
There was movement.
Oh, there we go.
It was the
Oh,
right
that's a
one.
madness. Okay, you've got your first madness. There you go.
I jumped. I don't know if everybody saw
You
that, but
did,
I
you did.
jumped.
There was panic in your
So what I
eyes.
So this
Okay.
will go on your tracker in the madness area.
So as the madness is building,
Yeah.
how do you what signifies when you are officially insane there, Kurt?
Four madness marbles put you right over the edge, and that's irretrievable. There are cards that you can play. Like I've got one right here. I can, at the start of my turn, remove a madness from my tracker.
Oh, okay.
If I'm already insane, though,
Can't do it.
too bad.
well, because then, and I'm assuming then you're also switching to the other
That's
side.
true. So then, as an insane player, after drawing a horror, I draw a second horror from the tower. So if I was insane, it'd be like going, this one? Oh! By the way, 2 green Doom marbles dropped.
Oh, so we lose.
No, there's one more in there.
Oh, it has to be all 3.
And-
Yep,
then.
but
rolls onto
I
the-
would have
onto
gained
the
another
floor, and
spell
it's-
out of that, a discovery drop, but I don't care about points. 2 more madness, but whatever. I'm already insane. And now I'd do a second one. La, la, la. No, that was clean. But, so that is kind
This
of
is the best.
Yeah.
So when you said you wanted to use the tension of this to inform the game,
Yeah.
that's very clear. That's I was curious of how that was going to work, but that's absolutely
Yeah, and again, the core of it is dice, and there's a lot of push your luck. So you went ahead and if you rolled the 11 right out at the outset. Now that means when I'm rolling dice, if I had a 5, and let's say this was a 3, which is otherwise a pretty respectable roll, I might say, oh, you know what, I have to push it. Even worse is like when I say, you know what, I have all these dice available, but there's a 6 here. I'm going to actually take this 6 early, even though it reduces my chance of success, because I still want to beat you.
I want to get behind.
Right, and when you push your luck like that, you're like, okay, well, I got the mind, but now I'm getting
right.
more likely to.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have to take the 4, so now I've even missed my opportunity.
Right.
And this is a
It is
fail. Oh, but I got 3 points. Yay!
Still in my benefit. what other games
Oh, well, thank you for asking. So,
might you be sharing?
Call
in-
that a segue right there.
Right?
yeah, subtle. I like
Subtle.
it.
It was
Yeah.
right. As a hammer. I'm a little insane right now.
I like.
can't, you know.
That's a fair point. So we are coming out in September with this gorgeous game called Koi.
That is gorgeous box art.
Yeah, thank you. A beautiful art. Christy Freeman, who's a Chicago native, is a fine artist. She has a gallery out there, and she does these amazing illustrations. She uses a glow-in-the-dark paint to paint all the
reactive paint, yeah.
the scale and details, and then watercolors the entire thing, and it's this amazing
awesome.
effect. Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know if you can even like get just a little piece of.
We back the camera off just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean you can just see the gorgeous detail of this. So anyway, so this is a light strategy game where you are a koi fish swimming back and forth through the pond trying to get the best meal you can. Dragonflies are worth 3 points, and frogs are worth 1.
Sounds like my typical eating habits.
Indeed. It's got this kind of zen feel, and then you can beautify the board by adding decorative stone and lily pads and cherry blossoms. Of course, everything you add either helps you a little bit or hinders another player just a little bit. So, for example, a frog is a wonderful 1-point meal I could put right in front of my fish and swim and gobble up. Or I could put it next to dragonflies that you're going to eat on your next turn. Frogs love dragonflies. Gobble, gobble, and then you've got no meal. So it's just kind of one of these games that is just, it's beautiful looked at, it's kind of serene to play, and it's a really good
Teaches the food web.
it does that as well. But yeah, it's a great kind of entryway into strategic gaming, because it's very approachable. You can learn the game in 3 cards. But it's got a nice enough strategy to play and everything
So,
too.
Kurt, is that part of the Smirk and Dagger line? Or is that part of your Smirk and Laughter
That is part of the
line?
Smirk and Laughter line. Yeah, just like Not So Fast. So this is a new line. We've been known for 14 years as the Backstabbing Guys, which is something that we have proudly worn that badge. But yeah, now as of this year, we have this new line that is still all emotionally centered gameplay, but it's a new spectrum of colors to paint with. So
I like the way you put that.
Right.
yeah,
That's nice.
it's anything that kind of stirs the emotion, creates an experience at the table. Those are the games that I love to play, and those are the games that we produce.
It's fantastic.
So yeah,
I think you had one
Which
more.
I do.
Couple
Which
more back there.
segues us once again into one other game that
yeah. Well, and actually, I'm going to do this one first. So
Oh,
this
okay.
this may be a scoop, guys. By the way,
Really?
yeah,
I like scoops.
yeah, because I don't even have the box yet. I just have like this picture.
Is this box art?
It is. So this is Roll for Your Life Candyman. Now, I don't know if you know anything about my company's history, but we created, I think it was our 3rd game. It was Run for Your Life Candyman, which was a twisted version of Candyland with combat, where you were ripping the limbs off of gingerbread men as they tried to escape Candyland.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Right. So that was so popular. It is still the biggest event we run at Gen Con every year. 72 people have already signed up to play this year.
And we still have a month to
Yeah,
before the
it's
convention.
insane. And it's the loud. They almost throw us out of the hall because we get too loud. But in any case, this is now a speed dice version of the best part of the game, where you get to rip off the limbs of cookies. So everyone is real-time dice rolling.
Delicious, delicious cookies.
It's true. You're rolling like crate, try to get 4 matching symbols, and then you grab this plastic candy cane to the center of the table,
Yeah.
and then that stops the action, and now I'm going to claim your limb and rip it right off your cookie, and it's a little like puzzle part that comes off, and
That's so awesome.
it's insane.
I can't
It's
wait to
silly
play
fun.
that.
Anyway, this is going to be October, so
Fantastic.
Awesome.
but yes.
Just in time for the holiday season.
Just in I almost want to think about like how you could bake a giant gingerbread to actually just make it
Oh.
and use actual gingerbread man so that you could eat while you're playing.
So no joke, that's Run for Your Life Candyman has always done that. In fact, at the event,
Yes.
we have these little mini gingerbread cookies and frosting for damage. So when you take damage on a limb, you use frosting to do it, and then you bite the limb off when you're
Yes.
yeah.
That's so awesome.
It's delicious. All right, so the other thing though, and this is something that little tease for tonight, actually, because we're gonna be playing this with you guys tonight, aren't we?
Breaking news tonight.
Yeah.
On Twist Gaming. We're going to be doing a full spotlight of
Before There Were Stars. This game is the most emotionally rewarding storytelling game I've ever seen.
Yep.
And this is a game where, honestly, I don't really like storytelling games, most of them, because I often find like it just goes to like whoever told the funniest joke, right? Or the scoring is somehow it breaks apart for me, or someone is trying to change my story,
Right,
and
which is
it's
frustrating,
a collaborative story. Sometimes that's fun, but sometimes like I had a vision for a story, and now it's like we're going
Yep.
crazy, yeah. So this game changes all the things that I typically don't love about these games. You are an ancient lore giver, and you are telling the story of your people, the creation myth of your people. So you roll these star-pipped dice to form the night sky, and then you select constellations that you see in the night based on the stars, the values of the dice that you see. So I might pull in the owl and lightning into my story for the first round, and now Chapter 1 is in the beginning. How did lightning and owl create the universe? I have to kind of weave a tale of that in about a minute, and then we all get scored on it, and it's so heartwarming, this game, and mostly because at the end, regardless of how well you scored, and scoring is the best part. Scoring is all about just like not who told the funniest joke, but who had the coolest moment. And even if you're not a strong storyteller, you can have a great moment in a
Right.
story. And it levels the playing field, and then you get to appreciate everyone and what their creativity was. And so you leave the table feeling like, this was cool,
That was
guys.
cool.
sounds
Yeah.
like a fantastic way to end the night here tonight.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing that later.
Fantastic. So everyone stay tuned for a full spotlight for Before There Were Stars tonight here at Twist Gaming at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome.
9 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah.
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern. All right, Kurt, is there anything else you wanted to talk to us about today?
So that's most of my
You
news,
brought
guys.
a lot of stuff over here.
I did. Well, you know,
Chock full of the news.
a chock full of
Just
news.
like that tower was chock full of marbles.
Yep.
Until
Eventually.
Joy
But
started
we're
pulling
losing them.
Yeah.
Kurt, thank you so much for joining us here today. We
Thank
really do
you.
appreciate it. And everyone, thank you for watching at home. Stay tuned for some more coverage here at Dice Tower Con 2018. And remember to tune in tonight for the spotlight of Before There Were Stars. But for now, signing off, I'm Matt.
I'm Julie.
Good night,
Kurt.
everyone.